All right, we are live for another session. Come on in and let's get ready to begin tonight's session. It is 9:30. Let somebody know we are live and we are ready to get things going. You all let me know as you come in and you get in the comment section how my audio is. Prayerfully, I am Hey Siobhan, thank you so much. Glad to hear the audio's piping through. I'm just giving a couple moments, letting folk jump in. But good to see you, Siobhan. Thank you so much for joining us again. You all get in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Tonight, I want to give you just some ways to add some movement to your playing. So I'm gonna give you just some concepts to consider because all of us want to be able to play and not feel like we're stuck. Just playing like the same static chord. So right now I'm doodling in the key of F. But I try to have some movement in what I'm playing, and so that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to give you just some concepts that you can consider. I'm gonna go live a few more times, but it's not always going to be this late. I just had to do this late because I've literally been in one-on-one sessions since early afternoon, and I just finished my last session at about 8 o'clock or so. And so it is good that I was able to handle a couple things, but I wanted to get on here with you. And so we are going to get started. Siobhan, Toomsboro, Georgia. Georgia's in the house. Matter of fact, a student I was just on with was from Atlanta, and so I know I had quite a few folk from Covington, Georgia. So I want to give a shout out because Georgia's been showing up. Everybody from Georgia who was on, but let's just talk about movement, adding movement to your playing, so that you're not always playing chords in a very static, boxy fashion. Because let's just say I'm playing a simple progression. I'm playing a 1, 2, 5, 1. So I played a 1 in the key of a F. 2, 5, 1. Keith Tut, good to see you, man. It's good to be on. It's good to be on, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining in. It's good to have you. But yeah, man, it's my pleasure to be on just to show some concepts that I hope you all can add to your repertoire. So again, 1, 2, 5, 1. So let's just say that was the progression that I needed to actually use. So on the 1, whenever I'm playing the 1, there's a couple moves that I like to do. That's one of them where I can play the 1 major, the 2 minor, the 1 major, and I can just play with those inversions. And so that's one way that I like to add movement to my playing. And this works when I'm playing traditional or more contemporary stuff. So again, that's a 1 major, 2 minor, 1 major, 2 minor, back to 1. So that's one thing. Also, if I'm playing on that 1 and I want to add some movement, I'll do something like this. So this is a nice one for you to add to your arsenal. So whether I'm playing like A, D, and F, so that D minor triad, using that C as a grace note, and I'm going to this F sus2 sound. So that's a nice one to have. On the 2, I can play the same thing that I played on the 1. You know, the 1 major, 2 minor, and I can play that on the 2. Right? So learn that. I mean, that's just a nice way to add some quick movement over your 1 as well as over that 2. And just real quick, let me just show you how that comes through. Like when you start to add other sounds. Let me see. Let me try this. I'm playing some more worship. I'm going to the 2. And you see that when I have that pad, it creates a nice bed of sound, but I'm still using the same concept. And one thing I can do, remember that move I showed you? If I want to kind of add some more flavor to this, instead of playing that move always on the 1, I can play that move on the 3. Right? Going back to the 2. And I'm going to go back to the 1. Let's go to that 3. Go to the 4 real quick. To my 2. And I'm gonna break some of these chords down. All right. So as a recap, I started off. I'm just playing that 1, and I gave you a nice triad movement to add some flow and feel to your playing. So I played a 1, I played a 2, so that's a G minor chord, another 1 in another inversion, so that's actually root position. Root position on the 2, the 1 in first inversion. So all right. And you see when I'm adding this sound, it's just kind of just adding to the overall flow. know what I'm doing, because now that I've added this sound, I'm thinking more worship vibe. So if I'm playing something, let me stay worship, but I'm gonna add. I'm gonna change the sound. Let me play. Let me try this one. And on that 4, and notice what I just did on the 4. Alice, good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. On that 4, I played that same move where I'm using that grace note from that C to D. I'm just doing that on the 4. You see how nice that sounds? So even though this is supposed to be a conversation around movement, it's kind of turning into a conversation around just some worship vibe stuff. But that's better than, just when you're playing worship, you're just always doing stuff like this. And this works. It's a place for this. So, that's nice, but the same progression. So Keith says, while you got the pad coming in slow, going out makes it real nice. That's a skill in and of itself. Yeah, Keith. Like certain sounds will bring out certain elements of your playing. I do want to let you know this particular sound comes from Jamal Hartwell's MK Sensation. And this is the big worship patch. So this is a great patch to have when you're playing, worship stuff like this. But you're not just playing the chords; you're also adding movement to it. And Keith, to your point, touch becomes incredibly important, because some people will play stuff like this progressive. I've heard people play stuff like that percussive and, bouncing everywhere. But when you're playing something like this and you're playing it in this vein, it just sounds better if you just kind of just flow with it. Okay? And I want to show you that chord I'm using to get me to the 4. So I kind of changed my progression. Remember, my first progression was 1, 2, to the 5. Now I was going to the 1. Now I'm going 1 to the 3. Then I'm going to the 4. But this is the chord I'm using as a passing chord before I go to the 4. This is actually the chord I'm thinking of. So I'm playing the E flat and the A in my left. I'm playing a D and a G in my right, and I'm using a C as a grace note. But if I wanted to play the bass note I'm thinking about, if you're on an organ and you want to play the bass, the F would actually be the bass to get me to that 4. And if you wanted to, you can actually tritone sub it and play the B as a bass. Right? But I prefer the F in this context. Right? I'm going to, this is that Okay? So that's just a couple of ways to begin to add some movement to your playing. You notice this little piece that I'm playing right here. I played this on the 1, and I played this on the 3. I played it on the 4. Let's say I needed to go to the 6. Look, it worked on the 6 too. So it works on the 1, on the 3, on the 4, to the 6, to the 4. Let's go to 3, to the 6. And remember, all I'm playing is that same little movement I gave you already. I just played it on the 1, 3, on the 4, on the 6. So yeah, that's a great way to add some movement, especially on a nice little worship progression like that. So real quick, I was just working with a student, and she was asking me for just some walk ups and some walk downs, just some different types of things to play. And I'm thinking about it because I was working with her in the key of F today, and I want to show you this. So this is another little movement that you can add to your arsenal. So what were we talking about? We were talking about the song "Happy Birthday." So we use that movement to end. So you got happy birthday, da da da, happy birthday to you. All right, so let me just break that down, because that's a nice movement for you to add to your arsenal. And I'm doing it to end a song, and I'm doing it on a melody note. So, all right. So here's the move. So here I'm doing that same type of feel, and this is why I thought about it. Where I'm using that C as a grace note, and I'm playing this D minor chord. And I'm playing it over a B flat bass. And then I'm going to an E flat bass. And I'm playing this G, this C, and this F. And now I'm going to temporarily change keys. You can say I'm thinking D flat right now. So I'm playing this A flat. And I'm playing a G flat, B flat, D flat, F. So, and I'm gonna lead that into this D flat major 9 chord, D flat, A flat, C, E flat, F. And I'm gonna go to one more chord and pick something up real quick. All right, so I got this G flat chord here, G flat. I got an A flat, B flat, D flat, and I've got an F. So you got to you. Right, so So that becomes a nice way to add a movement to a song that you're taking out, right? And one thing I want to point out is that that move, I've used this action several times tonight. I use it on the 1, on the 3, on the 4, on the 6, and then I use it on this ending movement. All right, so that's just a little concept to take. Definitely take the move, but I really want you to start thinking keys in such a way that you see that these little movements can go a long way. And there's a lot that you can take out of this. And that one of the things that I'm hoping that you take out of this session that we're doing tonight is that you can take that and play that all over the keyboard. I can't tell you how many people say to me, I don't know how to play talk music, or I don't know how to play music when it's time for worship chords. But you could literally, let me do this patch here. It's real slow. I'm not playing a song, I'm just kind of playing the same little movement over different bass lines. And you see what I just did there? I use it in even another context. So that's another outro that you can use. So let me talk about that real quick. Let me tell you my left hand. Right, so and the E flat, F in the bass, F and D in the bass, D flat in the bass, to a F and a F and a C in the bass. That's what I'm doing in my left hand. Right? D, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. I appreciate you. So in my right hand, I'm doing this. Of course, it's D minor chord again. I'm playing. Let me see. Actually, I'm doing that. So I got the G and the C. Here I got the F, D flat. I'm playing this F, B flat, C, F. And I'm going to end it off here. So I can do that. I can do that on so many songs. I want to thank you, Lord. In love, but I just ended thank you, Lord, with that. So I can do that move as well, right? So I want to show you that real quick. You see that you can get a lot of miles out of just some basic moves and some basic patterns. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. Just want to come off about 20 minutes or so. kind of share with you just a little bit. Um, if you're here today, you wanna sit down and you wanna work through some concepts. I do offer some one-on-one coaching. You can text me 814-464-5558, just, or I should say 5854. So 814-464-5854. Just go ahead and shoot me a text if you want to hear some of our rates around coaching. We have a 1 hour strategy session where we kind of talk and we work through where you are, what your goals are. We give you a pattern moving forward, concepts to work on. That's an hour. That's $50. Then some people like to do 4 sessions, and so people who do 4 sessions, we give you 1 session free. So we have so it's $150, but you get 4 hour long sessions, and we spend about a month together getting you where you want to be. And then of course we also have a opportunity where people who just want me to create a custom video around a question that they have. That's an opportunity as well. If you would like a custom video, those are $25. And so you just let me know you're interested. I send you the link. After you pay the $25, you get a questionnaire. And then after that, you tell me where you are, what your question is, and then I send you out a video and an action plan to help you to move forward. So that's how you can work with me if you so choose. But aside from that, I look forward. I'm going to be live again. I'm going to try to jump on tomorrow. If I don't, for whatever reason, get on live tomorrow, I am going to be uploading the video to YouTube one way or another, and then I'll be live again on Friday. So I look forward to connecting. Stay tuned. So be on the lookout for my scheduled videos. But I'm gonna do a lot of videos just like this, where I'm answering questions, shedding on some concepts. We're going to do some beginner-only videos. We're going to do some intermediate level of videos, but we're going to spend some time just building our craft. I'm not where I want to be. I know some of you are still working to meet your goals, and we can work together. But I am excited to make that happen. So thank you so much for all of you taking your time to sit with me this evening. I am really blessed. Mario, good to see you tonight. I'm actually just getting ready to jump off, but Mario, it's good to have you. Thank you for joining us. As I get ready to go out, let me just kind of play through some of those changes again that I broke down. Maybe next time I'll break down to this one. Right, so I kind of so that's another nice one that you can utilize in the key of F. And just real quick, and I promise I'm done here. That move that I showed you, I used to use that move when I used to do that. And all things come unto you, Lord. I used to do that move in there too. So any of my Baptist folk on, look, any of my Baptist folk who are joining me, you probably sung that "All Things Come of Thee, O Lord," and that's a way to spice that up. All right, so let me see. Let me go here, because I got a couple people that I want to give a shout out to before I log off. Doreen, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you for joining us tonight. Alice, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Alex, let everybody know, click the like and share. Thank you so much, Alice. So if you're on Facebook, please share this. YouTube, share this. Also, subscribe to us. I didn't talk about subscribing. All of you who aren't yet subscribers of Sons of Thunder, I've got some really decent videos coming out. And the reason why I'm excited about them is that many of the videos that are coming out are videos that stem from questions that my students ask me all the time. And so I'm pretty sure that the questions that I answer for them on a regular basis, some of you have those same questions. And so I'm excited about that because I want to share some of those concepts with you. Everybody can't afford to do a one-on-one session with me. Of course, I can't give away everything that I give to my private students, but there are some things that I can give to the greater public, and I want to give that to you. So stay tuned. I'm going to be feeding you content that really stem from those questions. I just recorded a video today. Had a question from a young lady by the name of Connie. Had a question from a brother by the name of Alex, and I'm going to be sharing with you those questions over the next couple days or so, and my answers to those questions, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to glean from those concepts. But thank you so much, Alice, for encouraging people to like and share, subscribe. Also, D says yes, 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 and yes. My brother, I appreciate you, man. All right, Sons of Thunder family, much love to you. It's Daryl Cook, trying to be your gospel piano coach. Looking forward to working with you, help you meet your goals, whether you play on stage, in church, in the studio. I look forward to working with you more. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you Friday. Much